Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tea with Pastor B. I hope you're doing well today. Thanks for joining me here on this foggy fall Thursday morning here in South San Francisco. Wow, it's hard to believe that our first round of beta groups have already been completed. We had a marriage group on Monday nights, and then we had Pastor Katie's 101 group on Sunday nights. And I feel like we had a lot of good conversations, a lot of good connections and dialogue happen in those groups. And so just hard to believe that those are done. But now we're coming up on another round. And so for those of you who don't know, beta groups are these temporary small groups that we have put together that rotate throughout the different seasons here at the church. And so for some of you who have been wanting to get involved in church somehow or connect with others, I know some of you have been stuck at home for 6 or 7 months now. Beta groups are a great way to connect with others and do it in a kind of platform that isn't a long-term commitment. Some people don't want to sign up for some of these groups because, oh well, man, that means I'm signing my life away every Monday night from now until Jesus comes back. But no, beta groups last 6 weeks. And so they're not long-term commitments. They cover different topics. So this time around, we have 2 new beta groups that we're going to be offering to you guys. The first one is called Bless. It's a curriculum that our denomination, the Evangelical Covenant Church, put together. And it basically helps you enhance the way that you evangelize to others. Now, I know that sounds like a scary word, evangelize, and some of you probably don't even consider yourselves an evangelist by any means, but basically it's just a way to help you build confidence in the conversations that you have about your faith. It helps you build confidence in the way you share your faith with others and the way you actually just live out your faith. And so it's going to talk about some basic things such as prayer and just gospel conversations. And so really excited about that. Pastor Katie is going to be leading that Sunday evenings at 6:30. I believe that starts later this month, October 25th or something like that. So that's our first group. And then the second group that will be held is our Reason for God group. Pastor Tim Keller wrote this book called The Reason for God many years ago. It was a New York Times bestseller. And it's basically a book answering a lot of questions that a lot of people have. Even people within the church have questions about faith. And so it's a class that we're inviting anyone to, Christians, skeptics of Christianity to, and we're going to ask some really hard questions. Why does God allow pain and suffering in this world? If God is so loving, if God is so great, then why does he allow people to go through pain and suffering? Is the Bible reliable? The words that we read on Sundays, how do we know those can be trusted? How do we know Jesus really rose from the dead? Is there any proof to that? Any kind of answer to that? And so this book, this series is going to talk a lot about some of those hard asked questions. And we're going to have a lot of discussion in that group, a lot of dialogue. But I think it'll be good. So if you are a Christian, it'll just kind of build your confidence. If you're a skeptic of Christianity, then this is a group that might enhance some of the things that you're thinking about. So I want to encourage you to come to that. That's Monday evenings at 8 p.m. So it's a little later in the day. My wife Jennifer and I are leading that group, and it's designed to be later in the day. That way we can get our kids to bed and get our kids all settled before we get on and get into some of these long conversations. But hey, I'm really excited, and I just want to encourage you to sign up for at least one of these groups. We also have a Wednesday night group that is an ongoing group called Beyond the Sermon. And so we just kind of hang out, pray with each other. We talk about the sermon from Sunday, have some question answer time on that. Really have a good time. We get to know each other really well in that group. And so there's just so many ways to stay connected with people. And I want to encourage you to do the same. If you haven't been a part of one of these groups so far, I want to encourage you, jump in on this next round. This will be a great way to stay connected with your church family as we continue to do church online. And this will be a great way just to build your faith as you learn new things, as you have fun with us, just hanging out. It's fun to see everybody's homes, in the background of the camera. You get to see, what everyone's living room looks like, or their kitchen, or sometimes people are bringing a meal, they're eating on the go or having some coffee or tea. And so, it's just a fun way to kind of get to know each other more and at a deeper level. And I know the people that have enjoyed these groups so far have really gotten a lot out of it. And they feel like our church has grown closer together because of some of these conversations. And so I want to encourage you, jump in on these conversations as well. Don't isolate yourself. Don't just sit at home and not connect with others, but do it in this safe virtual way. All these groups are online. They're all on Zoom, and they're designed to keep us safe and designed to help us grow closer together. So, hey, I want to encourage you to do that. Hope you guys have a good weekend coming up. I'll be preaching from James chapter 3 this Sunday. So if you want to, read ahead, grab your Bible, and just take some notes and watch for the sermon on Sunday. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Go and sin no more and have a good day.